Alright, family, let's get on here. Let's look at skin in the game. Let's talk a little bit about having some skin in the game. Alright, it's Brother Tim. And actually, I think this might solve a lot of problems for us. Alright, peace. Alright, peace fam. Still working on the light, as you see. We're struggling. So we got a little while we gotta ride with this. It is what it is. We do the best that we can, right? With what we have, right? So today I'm talking about skin in the game. What does that mean? This means that if we win, I win. If we lose, I lose, right? In this culture, at least the way that it's set up now, I can win. When we win, I win. But I can set it up in a way that when we lose, I win, right? That means that I don't necessarily have to have skin in the game. This means that I can prescribe things to you without really having any pain coming, whether it hurts you or not. Like, for example, me promoting ambrosia, right? Talking about the health benefits of ambrosia, but I don't use it. I don't got no skin in the game. I'm just making something and selling it, right? Rather than sipping on it every day with you, right? Talking about the health benefits, talking about what it does for the gut. But I don't take it. I don't use it, right? I have no skin in the game, right? That would be if that was true, right? No skin in the game. I'm just selling you a product. I have that ambrosia, right? I have no use. I have no experience with using it. I'm just selling it to you. That's not having skin in the game. Having skin in the game is sipping it on every morning with you when we do whatever rituals we do, using it for my own health maintenance, right? So right now what we have in America is we have systems where people can actually make money without necessarily putting any skin in the game, which makes everything dangerous. Now, the importance of having skin in the game, right? Because we often talk about this, is when I'm forming organizations, when we form an organization, some of the very problems that we have had, at least in this part of the 20th and 21st century. When I was younger, we used to set up organizations, supposed conscious organizations, and some of my friends set up one group called Just Us. If you were black, you could be a member of Just Us. Right, everybody that's black is Just Us. We have movements right now where if people accept you just for the color of your skin, just for you looking like them, just because you think like them, which is very dangerous because people could come with just a complexion like mine have absolutely no skin in the game. They could tell a couple of jokes, they could laugh with you, they got fun with you, but they have absolutely no investment in what you're doing. Skin in the game means that you have invested a piece of yourself. You have done what we constantly talk about when we open up the African openness to tree life sacrifice, right? You have made some form of sacrifice towards the group or towards, like for example, you can have a broker who will suggest that you invest in a certain stock, right? But that stock crashes and you lose all your money, and that broker lost nothing because that broker the broker was the expert and he prescribed that for you, and you took it and it crashed and he lost nothing, but you lost everything, right? You know what I'm saying? When we are forming organizations, when we're forming businesses together and stuff like that, we have to make sure that everybody that is part of the group that's going to benefit have to be part of the group that's putting skin in the game, that's making those sacrifices. Our ancestors say those who are not willing to sacrifice will not be fulfilled, right? And those who are not monitoring the sacrifice of the group will not be fulfilled, right? You usually get robbed. What starts to happen is you start getting people around you who want to benefit off of what you're doing without investing themselves, which is dangerous, fam. Right? I'm just trying to tell everybody out there, especially those of you who try to put together a tribe, right? You have tribe members who are not, in a sense, pulling their weight. When you have tribe members that are not invested in what you do, it makes it very, very dangerous for all that are involved. Now, so let's bring this around to the hero's journey. We've been talking about the hero's journey. We talked about the hero's journey a little bit last week. And I want to bring it around to this, and then we're going to get a little bit to some of the African folklore, right? So, there is in the book New Self, New World by Philip Shepard. It's pretty good so far. The exercises is one of the exercises that I ran into so far is real good. One that I would suggest that you use, the very first one. But he got this thing called the allure to tyranny, where basically he's talking about the tyrant, right? And the tyrant is somebody that extracts value without necessarily even putting their skin in the game. They usually have henchmen that put their skin in the game, but the tyrant extracts value without having any risk. You know what I'm saying? He's risk averse, right? For example, a tyrant would be a landlord who would rent land to you. In a sense, he really don't have any true proof of ownership other than force, and you do all the work, you take all the risk, you pull out the crops, and he gets a percentage of what you do, right? Tyrant. All right. So the central story that humanity has told itself for millennia and across cultures of the world is an explication of the forces that carry us into our wholeness as humans. If myths seem remote and irrelevant to our lives, that merely indicates how our awareness has been dulled to the interplay of those forces within us. All the more reason then to look anew at the countless stories of myths, for they are designed to awaken us to our innermost truths. The two primary protagonists of the monomyth are the heat. Now, the monomyth, for those that don't know, if you read Joseph Campbell in his book, Hero of a Thousand Faces, what he was looking for was this thing called the monomyth, that he basically can paint across all cultures. You know what I'm saying? The basic struggles. Now the stories might not be the same. The struggle might not be exactly the same, but there is a template that matches across all humanity as far as myths. At least that was his idea, right? So when he wrote A Hero with a Thousand Faces, what he's saying is that you have heroes in every culture, and all these heroes have thousand faces, but all the heroes basically are the same, and they do the same thing. They go into another world, like I told you before. They pull something out that re-energizes the world that we exist in. All right. The monomyth are the hero and the tyrant. The two primary protagonists of the monomyth are the hero and the tyrant. The polarity between them, which lives in each of us, provides myth with its second great theme, a complement to the polarity between male and female. Joseph Campbell has described the hero and the tyrant in the terms that highlight their task difference. The hero, identified by his or her self-achieved submission, recognizes his spiritual center of gravity and in the unknown present. The tyrant, identified by his self-achieved independence, seeks seclusion in the known self. Campbell describes the tyrant as the monster avid for the greedy rights of my and mine, and notes that what drives him is an impulse to egocentric self-aggrandizement. He goes on to elaborate. We won't go into that, but the tyrant is that one that wants benefit without necessarily having skin in the game, right? And we're living in a world full of tyrants. We're living in a world where we got people who are driven by ego, that's trying to extract value from things that they have absolutely no skin in the game. I also listened to like one of the things I was listening to was Dame Dash. Dame Dash has this whole concept of this whole book coming out talking about culture vulture as far as hip hop. For those who don't know who Dame Dash is, Dame Dash was one of the founders of Rockefeller Records, along with Jay-Z. And one of the issues that he has is that there's people involved in hip hop culture supposedly that are benefiting from hip hop culture who have absolutely nothing to do with the culture. Let me say that again. You have people in the hip hop culture who have absolutely nothing to do with the hip hop culture that is raking in all of the money, taking all the resources. They have no skin in the game. You know what I'm saying? They don't get in the studio. They don't hit the breakdance floor. They don't do, you know what I'm saying? They don't do no graffiti. They had nothing to do with the genesis of this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? They provide a little studio or something, and then they get the lion's share of everything that's produced. Now, one of the things, in order for a tyrant to continue and for people to continue pulling on stuff without investing skin in the game, is that people who are involved with it don't feel that what they have is valuable enough, or don't even feel that as individuals they're valuable enough to even stand up and be like, yo, dog, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, some type of it's almost like some of us have known people in an abusive relationship where you can look and see that one party is giving a whole lot and the other party is just not doing nothing. But somehow that other party that's doing nothing makes that one individual feel like they will be nothing without them. No skin in the game, family. And we can no longer exist like this. We can no longer build our organizations like this. We can no longer build our businesses like this. We can no longer build our relationships like this. No skin in the game, right? Like I tell people all the time, when you support Gye-Nyame, Gye-Nyame should support you. I will do whatever I can to make sure that I'm giving people what they need, what help they need from Gye-Nyame. People donate, they give, they want the ambrosia, you get them that ambrosia. You know what I'm saying? You do your part, I do my part. You know what I'm saying? The most important thing far as me is, because in this 21-day period I'm going through right now, I am trying to learn about financial responsibility, right? I'm trying to balance my books, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to balance my time, you know what I'm saying? Because part of finance is time, whether you know, you know what I'm saying, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure that everything is above board in how I'm doing business. Now, I'm not going to use the term transparency because I'm not into all that. I'm not into bullshitting you because you're not going to know everything that I'm doing, nor should I know everything that you're doing, right? That's not my business. My business is to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do to stay right in my eye, to stay on truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, balance, order, and harmony. And for me, right, for me, and I just need to say this, for me, the primary thing for me with all of those that are in my tribe, all my friends and family, because the ambrosia is for friends and family only. I said that at the beginning, for friends and family only, right? For all those friends and family that are sipping on that ambrosia, right? I got skin in the game with you. I'm sitting up here sipping it with you, right? And the primary thing for me, the primary thing, now I do have, it costs me money to produce it, it costs me money to bottle it, it costs me money to send it, right? You know what I'm saying? The primary thing for me is the relationships that come from it. Because in the system that I operate in the system of my ancestors, wealth was not about how much gold you was able to hold. It wasn't about how many paper dollars you can compile, although that is the major framework that we work off on today, right? In ancient tradition, the issue was how many people can you call? How many people can you get to operate and to work with you, right? How many people can you get to work the land? How many people are in your tribe? How many people are in your family that you could call and get shit done? Relationships is the primary piece, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I can to maintain a relationship. You know what I'm saying? As long as my skin in the game don't start outdoing your skin in the game, we're going to be all right. You understand what I'm saying? And in some cases, I might give a little bit more skin, right? But I want to make sure everybody understand that when we doing our exchange, it's about relationships, family. So my goal is to maintain a relationship with each and every last one of you, if that's all possible, and bring value to your life, right? So if you're sipping on that ambrosia, I want to make sure you're sipping on it because it's bringing some type of value to your life, whether you just like the taste or whether you're trying to get some health benefits from it, right? So we can sip together, because it's all about us building. It's all about us being able to share in the joy as well as share in the discomfort, all right? So this is Brother Tim. I want to thank you. Now, one of the things we're going to move through in a week now, I'm going to be making some changes to the program. I'm going to start cutting down on the amount of stuff that I do. I'm doing it every day now. So I got to sit down and talk with some people I trust around me and see how many times a week should I do, right? And maybe we're going to start breaking it down into seasons because I got plenty of stuff. Because what I want to start doing is really start doing research and set a theme and do a series of videos for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we going to cover things in depth. Because y'all know I like jumping around. And I like the freedom that this brings. But, you know what I'm saying, I'm not able to, in my mind or on a piece of paper, go to somebody said, well, hey man, I'm really interested in fasting, and instead of me going back over the information, be like, well, you go to Daily Toast 517 one. You know what I'm saying? Go back to, Daily Toast 63171. And you can look at the fasting piece. You know what I'm saying? I can't point people exactly where they are, right? I got skin in the game, but now I'm trying to organize where the skin is, right? So I can give other people the opportunity to learn. So I want to structure it in a way where I can make sure that you're able to get what you want. Y'all gonna start seeing some videos starting to be pulled down or being made private. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna start taking some of the videos off and just sharing them with individuals who subscribe to G&J update and stuff like that. So this is Brother Tim. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your patience. And it's been a marvelous, marvelous year because believe it or not, family, we are over 200 episodes. The ambrosia is moving nicely. You know what I'm saying? People are donating. Let's say people are giving, and people are getting that ambrosia. A couple of bumps in the road, but we working that out. All right, fam. So with that, Brother Tim is saying peace. You have a great day, and may your day be as beautiful as you are. Thank you for watching the video. I want you to subscribe. Click the bird right there, the fiery bird. And I also have a special video just for you, right there. And for those that want more information about Gye-Nyame Journey, go to our site. It should be right about there. Peace.